It's Power 106 Brown Bag Mornings. Buenos dias. Good morning. Then we got the legend DJ Paul in here from 36 Mafia.
What up?
DJ Paul, though, you have your own stuff that you're dropping, though, and you're even going to be at Coachella this weekend.
Yeah.
Has this been, I'm sure you guys have done Coachella previously.
No, we haven't actually.
Never?
What? Never.
Have you? Okay, because this is my first time at Coachella. I'm going to be out there, too.
You are
I'm
tomorrow?
Afraid.
I mean, Friday?
This weekend, yes.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Why?
Because I'm afraid of dust. I'm afraid everyone's wearing scarves. I'm like, okay, I can get a scarf.
Wear a shiesty.
I feel like no, I'm not gonna wear a shiesty.
Yeah.
I have to make sure that I have like a cell phone charger. Like I feel like I'm gonna just be packed up. Like I don't know, it's just a lot.
It's like going camping. You ever went camping?
Yeah, but should it be going camping to a concert?
I guess. Maybe Coachella.
Yeah.
It's in the desert.
True.
It ain't
And
like
it's
you
gonna
going
be
down
really
the
hot.
street to the stadium or something.
True.
Yeah.
Do you pick out your outfit or you have?
Yeah, I pick it out.
Wow, that's so cool.
Oh, so you have your fit ready?
Yeah, I do actually.
Do you have two different ones for each weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
You're not an outfit
That's
repeater.
No, I'm not an outfit repeater. Unless I'm going on a long tour, like 2-3 month bus tour,
Yep.
then I'll get like 5 or 6 of the same outfit.
Okay.
And I'll make it something simple that you can get at Walmart.
Yeah.
Black khakis, Dickie outfit.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Dickie outfit.
That's
So
True.
whatever city you're in, you can make sure to go grab something. I know the writers sometimes artists ask for like clean like undershirts or maybe
Yeah.
socks and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
you gotta have t-shirts on there. And
Always.
all that.
Should you not have done your laundry, boom, you have it at the show.
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
The hack.
How different are, sorry, real quick. How different are the tours today than they were 20 years ago for you guys?
Oh, no scissor, but no.
That's good.
Man.
That's good. We
We
were
ain't going
just
to the hospitals, no overdoses.
See, that's
Great. I heard they call that growth. So that's amazing.
give me some green juice and some tea, please.
Yeah, that's a totally different setup.
We were talking about it off mic about just like how sometimes how I was telling you how overwhelming it can be to figure out all the stuff that's bad for you. And at some point you're just like, all right, what is good for me? I think you had your own journey too, DJ Paul, where you're like, I gotta switch stuff up.
Yeah.
What was that for you?
Well, I stopped drinking alcohol and I stopped eating meat for about 3.5 years. I was a vegetarian. I ate eggs like that. But then I come to find out that a lot of the so-called healthy stuff is not healthy.
That
Yeah.
part.
Wait, like
Because
what?
this is
A lot
that,
of
like the stuff that
soy.
messes you up. Yeah,
Yeah.
soy's not
all
really
that.
too.
And man, I hired this nutritionist that Kanye West and a lot of people use, and he's out in Santa Monica, and it's pretty expensive too. It's the first consultation is about $2,000, and then it's like
Can't afford
$400 or
it.
$500 every visit. But he can get you in whatever shape you want to be.
Yeah.
Like a lot of women go to him after they have babies when they want to get back to their
Amazing.
or this and that. But my situation was different. I went to him and I told him, I said, I actually want to gain weight. And he said, believe it or not, a lot of people actually come to me for that.
Really?
As we get older, we start losing our muscle. We start losing so much of it. You think a lot of people may be gaining weight, but they're not really gaining any muscle anymore. They're losing it.
Yeah, it's not muscle, it's just fat.
Did you want to like bulk up? That's why, or what's
Well, I'm 6'1", so, and I was only like 180 pounds. And he looked at me, he said, man, you're too tall to be this skinny, man. And then he started looking at what I eat. He checked my blood and all that, and he said, you eat like a 16-year-old girl.
What were you eating?
Man, it was like, I wasn't eating meat,
Right.
I was eating like little
Get a Caesar
little
salad.
veggie patties
Yeah.
and salad, this and that. And then I asked him something, and he was looking at my blood test and all that. And I was like, Doc, man, I heard that if you eat too much of these veggie patties with this soy, man start
estrogen,
growing, breasts of that.
Yeah.
And he said, F that, you about to grow a V. But he said the other word for it.
What's your levels?
He said, you about to grow one of those. He said, man, you better cut all this out, man. As soon as he told me that, I went across the street and I got some lamb skewers. And,
Yeah.
man,
Like,
never
I'll show
turned
you how
back.
a man
That's
eats.
good.
Yeah, I ate like
show
3
you.
steaks in one day.
Right.
Swear to God.
I love that though. I was reading about what are those things that are in yogurt? It's probiotic. I think it's probiotic.
Yeah, probiotic.
Yeah, or like your biome, right?
Yeah.
But some of the things that you need only meat can give you. So even if I'm a vegan or vegetarian, there's something that my body is missing to help my gut health and my brain health that can only be given through meat. So like it is a common misconception that you should cut it out of your diet completely.
Yeah.
Clearly don't overdo it on just steaks every day like DJ Paul did after he got like
I stopped there.
He had
did
a
3 1
steak
day.
relapse.
But it's all necessary. You got to think we're omnivores for a reason. Like let's take it back all the way to when we were cavemen. Like we're supposed to be having
Catching
that type
salmon
of
in the sea.
With our mouth.
Yeah, but I recently took a break from the steak because I heard a couple of bad things from steak. I got a friend now that got gout.
Oh yeah.
Beer, steaks,
That'll get
seafood.
The best things.
And then I know a guy that just survived colon cancer. They believe it was from a lot of red meat.
Wow.
Yeah, so
it's something. It's
watch those carne asadas, man.
That's what I was about to say.
We love carne asada.
I was about to say, I'm like,
I can tell you have Mexican homies. Shout out Mexican Sean. But I can tell.
All of my friends are Mexican.
Yeah, let's go.
You don't pass by taco trucks, you're like, damn, just maybe one won't hurt.
Al pastor.
Man, I love tacos,
Oh my God,
man.
wait,
They
yeah,
gotta have
pastor.
2 homemade shells, man. I don't like one shell, man. I don't
Yeah.
like one tortilla. It gotta
He's
be
talking.
2.
You're talking about black people tacos or Mexican tacos?
Mexican tacos. I
Okay.
need 2 soft tortillas, homemade.
Okay, soft
oh,
tortillas.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the hard shell tacos.
Yeah.
I don't like hot shell tacos.
My black homies, they make black tacos. Low key, incredible.
Yeah.
What they've done
What's
with
a black
tacos,
taco?
it's like with cheese. They add cheese. They add cheese and hard
like a
shell
Taco
and ground
Bell
beef,
taco.
kind of.
Yeah, like a Taco Bell taco.
I don't
Similar.
like it. I like onion and cilantro.
Let's go.
Yeah, there we go.
I
Okay,
love that.
with salsa red or salsa green?
I like a little of both. Red is my favorite, but sometimes be too spicy.
I'm with
Yeah,
you.
the red one's
And
always
I actually
spicier.
like spicy, but it
you
depends
do?
on what I got to go that night.
No.
If it's a date night, I don't like spicy. That's just me.
He's gonna be-
I know, like-
I don't understand why.
He's
Because it's
gonna
gonna go
go
right through you.
Oh, the red.
Well, it's because it's spicy. Yeah, it's gonna go.
Spicy.
DJ Paul, we were low-key, we had asked for talking points, and your talking points are all the stuff that like your what is it, your portfolio? And I'm like, okay, this fool owns 20,000 houses.
That's awesome.
This fool like
Serio.
rental units, right?
Yeah.
And it's just cool to see. I guess I'm wondering, at what point are you like, I gotta start investing, or I gotta start moving money around here so that I can literally make money while I sleep?
Yeah. You said, when did that happen
Yeah.
for me?
Yeah.
The first investment property, not the first house I bought for myself, but the first investment property was in 2011.
Wow.
Okay.
How do you learn to even do that? I
My
think
daddy did it. Yeah, my daddy did it. My daddy owned a pest control company, but he also would buy these little small houses in the hood, and he would fix them up himself. Like, I got property managers, thank God, but
Yeah.
he did all of this himself. You know, he was the property manager, he was the maintenance guy. And I was just a little kid. I'd be sitting down playing with my Tonka trucks, and he'd be on the sink
Fixing
fixing
stuff up.
pipe and all that. So I learned it from him. Like, he had homes. He rented out to drug dealers back in the day and all that. Oh, hey, man, it's pretty steady money.
Yeah,
No,
they
for
pay
sure.
and they pay up front.
And
They
cash.
pay cash.
And cash. Yeah.
You don't gotta worry
Until
about
they get
that.
busted, and then you getting called in
True.
for questioning.
I didn't know
Another
anything.
guy.
I didn't know. I didn't know
I just
anything.
rented.
Okay, he did pest control. Did he ever want you to do pest control too?
No, he wanted me to be Michael Jackson.
Oh, like for real? He told
Yeah,
you like
for real.
pursue it.
Nah, he's
See,
actually-
that-
Don't do what I'm
That
doing.
was his
Wow.
exact
Go be an
words, and I was like,
entertainer.
"Yeah, I don't know about that."
Were you like performing young? Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome. Then how does it get to DJing? Our guy DJ Greg sees the DJ too, and
Yeah.
he's definitely in search of his father's love. Is that same for you?
No, I started DJing just to promote the songs that I made.
Oh, nice.
So I
Like
made
I'm gonna
mixtapes.
I'm gonna make
Yeah.
the music and I'm gonna play it, so I don't have to tell a DJ to play it.
Cut
or
out the
any good
middleman.
grades.
That's smart.
Right?
That's smart.
Yeah, I was a kid, so I had to figure out a way to do it. So I made these mixtapes, and I would have like NWA and DLC and
Tight.
Public Enemy, Cool J. Then it'd be like I squeeze in like one of my songs. then I go to
smart.
school the next day. They'd be like, "Hey man, what was that 5th song?" I'd be like, "You like that, huh?"
Okay, I have to
so
know
cute.
if your dad asked you to be Michael Jackson and then you played him what you created essentially is crunk music.
Yeah.
What was his reaction?
He said it's not gonna last.
Wow.
He said it's not gonna last.
Wow.
I showed him a check for $36,000. Well, coincidentally, that was
Yeah.
the number. My
Oh, wow.
first check, and he's like, "White folks probably owed you more than that." I said, "You know,
love it.
I said, I don't don't care how
it.
much money they owe me. Take me to Mount Morale. I want to buy a Suburban. I went and bought a truck.
Wow.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I went and
That's
bought it.
so
I put a
tight.
VCR player in it.
Oh, VCR player. He been
This is
getting
about
money.
1995.
Front seat
Yeah.
or back seat?
Damn.
Front seat.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, front
Killing
seat. I
it.
was the
Big
driver.
flexing
Yeah.
on your dad.
That's
Right
so
there, I
tight.
got a custom made little console right there
Yeah.
in the middle. Wood on the side. And you can screw it down in there. And
You show your dad, you're like, I bet Michael Jackson doesn't have one of these. A VCR player in a Suburban.
Do you still have it, the Suburban?
no, hell no.
You should just
Man, the
keep
police
it.
pulled that thing over so much I threw that car away.
It was like
It was
jigsaw.
orange. Everybody in Memphis knew it. It was on the old 36 Mafia mixtape cover.
Oh, that's so tight.
Orange Suburban.
Orange with gold flakes and gold Fat Boys. You remember Fat Boy rims?
The rims? Yeah.
Gold Fat Boys. Man, police pulled that thing over every time they saw it.
Did they know you already? Like,
Yeah, they did.
DJ Paul.
Because I always had these guns with airbrush on them. Like 6.66.
hold on. Like actual guns?
Yeah, actual
Wow, we
guns
can't have
with
them over here.
airbrush on 'em. Huh?
We can't have them over here. I'm assuming Memphis you can carry?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. Out here we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere outside of California you can carry.
Pretty
What?
much.
Dang, we're losing out. We never know what that felt like. But over here, if there's a weapon, all right, you're going to jail. You got
Yeah.
guns in the car. Let's
Yeah,
go.
well, we're talking about Tennessee. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I mean,
Carry.
they give them to you out there.
Happy
You can buy a gun in a
birthday.
Walmart.
Yeah, I know. I've seen.
Yeah,
So
Tennessee,
you
go
had.
and buy a shotgun.
Yep.
Buy the plastic,
Bullets,
the
everything.
garbage. You watch crime shows?
Yeah.
You're gonna buy the shotgun, the zip ties, the garbage bags, 3,
Yeah.
4 in the morning. Then they end up on forensic files.
Yep. They catch
48
you.
hours.
Security camera catches you.
Yeah.
DJ Paul, though, you had like an airbrush on your gun.
Yeah, I had this guy that used to airbrush everything from me, my
Tight.
cars and my outfits and my guns and all that. No. Police would pull me over and they would take them. They're like, Paul, you got one of those cool guns in here?
Cool guns.
Yeah, lightning bolt I do, actually.
Here, lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
You named them all?
No, that was the detective.
Oh.
man.
Yeah, that's his name.
That was my boy.
That's so
We
tight.
cool now.
Yeah.
He a detective now, but he was a cop there.
Sheesh.
Did they ever pull you over playing 3-6 Mafia?
No, never. We weren't even 3-6 Mafia back then. We was triple six. Mafia.
Yeah.
Do you ever trip out on the life you've lived, DJ Paul, though? Just even, I guess, hearing the beginning stages, and I'm sure that's not even all of it or half of it.
Yeah.
That in itself could be a movie.
Yeah,
The conversation
that's
with Lightning Bolt, your dad not believing in you, or not believing you, but wanting you to
didn't
Michael
believe in
Jackson. Yeah, yeah, he didn't believe in the genre.
He just didn't believe in rap. He
Yeah.
hated rap.
Or he thought you were being scammed. They probably owed you more, and they gave you 3,600. You know what I'm saying?
36,000.
36,000. It would have been.
If they
crazy
gave me
if it was
3,600, they would have scammed.
Like, I couldn't get a Suburban with that. But now we're coming into, I guess, this new era of you. You're releasing a song every 2 weeks.
Yeah, like every week, every 2 weeks.
What keeps that? Like, is it, I just need to keep feeding the streets? I just need to keep putting myself out there? Because that's something that low-key the young ones are doing. That's like that consistency and I guess that motivation that they have, you know?
Yeah, well, what I told myself is I hadn't brought out like an album for myself since 2017. I brought out an EP in 2019.
Yeah.
But every time I would make something, I end up selling it or giving it to someone else. So, like for instance, in 2019, I was gonna bring out a new single,
Yeah.
and I had this beat where I sampled NWA "Dope Man." You know, and I was laying in my bed one night, and Drake DM'd me. And it said Champagne Poppy, and I didn't know who this was at that time. I was like, I think this Drake. I don't know. It had 4 million followers at that time. Now he got like 200.
Yeah.
But 4 million followers. And I'm like, I don't know if this Drake, but whoever it is, I'm calling him back. It's like, man, call me, man. I need some beats and hooks. I'm finishing up my album in 2 weeks. So I hit him and I called him, and it was Drake, obviously. And he was like, man, I need some beats, this and that. And I had that one beat that I was going to use for myself. And I was like, DJ Paul putting it out or Drake putting it out? And I'm like, I'm texting it to you right now. I texted to him, and I didn't hear back from him for like 2 weeks. And I know he said the album was coming out in 2 weeks. So I texted him again. I was like, hey, man, you going to use that beat? Because, I'm probably going to use it if you're not. And he said, yeah, I already used it, and I put Jay-Z on it. And I was like, what? And I was like, holy crap. And that was it. So every time I made something, I end up giving it to somebody else. And
So you never, like, it's always, I'm going to give it out these are the ones you're holding for you. These are the
Yeah.
ones that's like,
I hold certain ones for
I gotta
myself.
practice holding on for myself, right? Because you can see what other people can do with it. And a lot of times you're very helpful in, I guess, the progression of others, but it's like, nah, something's gotta be mine too.
Yeah, so this year I told myself, I was like, man, I got a ton of beats. Like, I got enough to give to other people
Right.
and to,
Also.
use them myself. And I was like, man, I thought about it. I was like, man, I don't have no other job. Like, I mean, I got a lot of other stuff I do, the real estate, the
Right.
restaurants and all that, but like, ultimately, God put me on this earth to entertain his kids. So I'm like, I should probably do a little more of that.
Create.
So I was like, man, I'm just going to sit up and just make a song, like every week and, just start putting something out.
Wow.
And how does like the creative process come to that? Like, how do you think of a new song to make every single week? Because you've been doing it for a while.
Well, a lot of it is all of the stuff that's been built up over the years.
Oh,
Okay.
Just finally.
Yeah,
letting
so
it
like
out.
the first song I brought out this year called I Go Dumb with me and Crazy Bone, I've had that since 2019.
Oh wow. So
I bet you Crazy Bones like, when is it gonna drop?
Yeah,
And now
exactly.
it is, and now it's out. You've had this for years.
Yeah,
The
so-
tuck.
You and 3 6 Mafia are some of the most sampled people like to this day.
Yep.
Yeah.
How do you how does that process go? Like people hit you up, like you seem to like
Yeah, they'll
approve a
hit.
lot. Do you deny a lot too?
No, I don't deny nothing. Yeah, they'll hit up the publishing company, and if it's through Sony or if it's through me, they'll hit up the publishing company or the lawyer, and then they'll send it to me, and I listen to it, and I'll tell them yes.
all right, thank God, because I've tried to produce some beats and I've sampled so many 3 6 Mafia songs.
Oh my
Now
god.
you
So now
know.
I have
Ask for the
approval.
He
question
just
right now.
said it.
It's
He
verbal.
approves
It's gonna be
everything.
verbal.
Use this as proof right now.
What's your favorite song that sampled you guys that's came out in the past couple years?
The No Role Models with J. Cole.
I love that.
Yeah, y'all play the hell out of that.
We
song.
love it.
That's because he said L.A. in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
LA Sisters. What do you
Yep.
Like Greystone.
Yeah.
I did a concert at Greystone. It was cool. Back in the day.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to you, DJ Paul, and I want to get your take, I guess, on the new wave of getting those samples of all the songs we grew up on. To me, I think PD Pablo gets sampled a lot, the Freaka League record.
Yeah.
And at one point, I guess there was a conversation of, we still haven't outlived those records. They're still hot to us. But then the new argument is that, we're making them hot again. There's songs that maybe were our era, and then the kids are singing it on TikTok, and then that rises up like a Nelly or like artists that maybe weren't as, I won't say as relevant, but that this generation wasn't as hip to. But then there's also part of it that's like, Ye and all of them were sampling songs that were like from the 30s or the 40s. It felt like there was
Yeah, it's just how
like
it
a
goes.
gap.
It just goes
Not like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it just goes like that. Like whatever you and your parents, whatever your parents was listening to, that's kind of like what you
What you're
was sampling,
yeah,
listening
messing
at.
with.
Yeah, like when I one day I was doing a radio show in New York, and Cardi B and Offset had just started dating, and they was in the lobby. Cardi B was going on right before I went on, and I was in the lobby. I was talking to Offset, and he was like, "Man, my mama used to listen to y'all." And I'm like, "You trying to make me feel old?"
I know.
I was just laughing. And I was like, "Really?" And he was like, "Yeah, man. I used to be like, how's they doing that flow like that? That triplet flow?" So and now Migos sound like 3 6 Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, but they said
the
their
influence.
parents listen to us. And some of our kids will probably sound like Migos and whatever. So it's just how it is. But it will eventually end with all of the AI.
True. That's a scary thing.
yeah.
Would you give your permission for AI to use your voice? I think sometimes actors, or what I've
Yeah, I don't
seen,
want to do that.
is that an
They gonna
actor
do it
will
on their
sign,
own,
like,
but
hey,
yeah,
if
I don't wanna
I'm
do it.
missing on set for something, you can use either my voice or my likeness. But then you don't know you don't know if the scene that they add, you're going to be doing some crazy shit or saying something crazy. It could be similar to that within music. If you sign away your likeness as far as AI goes, you could be saying the most random stuff. Granted, 3 6 Mafia says some of the most random stuff already.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
you could be saying some out of pocket stuff.
Yeah.
That must be crazy.
Yeah,
to think
I
about.
wouldn't sign all the way, nothing like that, man, no way. But I mean, they're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah, they will.
So a recent video, and I guess just snippet of a song tripped me out, was you and Lefty Gunplay. And Lefty loves you. Lefty loves you
Lefty,
so
man.
he's a one of one type of character, you know.
Yeah.
But on the song that he had with you, he talks about Britney Spears.
Yeah.
About like this, I was telling Britney Spears that what's up essentially. Did that trip you out as being like, bro, I don't know if you know what she's doing right now or how she is right now?
I was more surprised that he knew who Britney Spears was. Yeah, I was more surprised about that. But
Lefty's really into 2005. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
He
Like,
likes
loves
stuck in that
2005.
era.
Like,
yeah, because he was naming some of my stuff from like the 2000s.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like, bro, popping my collar, my jam.
Yeah, exactly.
What was it about that bag that you guys were in though? Like it's around that time, you guys had popping my collar. You guys had sipping on some scissor. You guys had what's the biggest song that I love
Gotta
so
Stay
much?
Fly.
Gotta Stay Fly. What was it about that era that just produced so many hits for you guys?
Well, man, I'll tell you, it's what you got to watch what you wish for, and so we had a lot of hits out. We've been, 3 6 Mafia been around. Like I've been doing it now for 35 years.
Wow.
And 3 6 Mafia would be like 32 years or whatever, somewhere around there. So we've had a lot of hits, ever since like 1991, 92, 91, 92. But in 2004, 2005, right before we won the Oscar in 2006, and Stay Fly, Pop My Collar came out in 2005.
Yeah.
So like in 2004, when we was making all those albums, I was like, man, we got a lot of money. We got, all these cars, Rolls Royces, Maybachs, and hit songs, but I was like, it's still like people don't really know who we are. So I named the album Most Known Unknowns. And then at the beginning of it, I played like Slob on the Knob. All these songs, we had like snippets of all of them. I was scratching them in the intro.
Wow.
And next thing I know, that album came out, and then all these hit songs side to side on. Every song on there was a hit.
Yeah.
Then we get nominated for an Oscar. Then we win the Oscar, and then Sony called us and said we're the most Googled people on earth. And I was like, God damn it, I didn't want all of this. Man. Like,
Be careful what you wish for.
yeah, you got to watch what you wish for, man. And that's exactly how that happened.
Wow.
That's really tight. I remember there are a lot of them. I guess with me, I know a lot of Spanish groups had done that, where you're talking about in the beginning, where you kind of give a preview of what's to come, so that people can stay the whole album. Would you do that again now? Do you see that working now, or is it just like, okay, I did that here, and that's enough?
I don't know. I just try to do things different every go round. So yeah, probably not.
It was probably different because it's CD. It was physical CD. You had to pop in. And then it's like, what am I listening to? Let me stay
Get
here.
that preview. It's like the
Now
trailer
we can
before the
just-
album.
Yeah, now we could just press. Okay, I'll just, next
Skip.
song, next song.
Yeah, most people tell me, most of my fans tell me every time they put in one of my albums, they go straight to the end to hear me talk.
Wow.
Yeah, they're like, man, I go straight to the talking at the end.
Was that the original podcast? Did you invent
Wow.
podcasting
Yeah,
too?
it probably was. Yeah, it probably was.
All right,
Because
let's
we'd be talking, we would be farting and burping, and it was crazy.
Just being you in the studio.
being bros.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
I feel like the names of the songs, or even like I'm fly, like that's
Gotta
me
stay.
and my homies were just the flyest, right?
Yeah.
Or even like, you know what I want that girl to do? I want her to slob on my knob. Like I don't even know what the fuck that means, but like at that time, like
I
what
know.
if we say slob on my knob? There had to have been a moment where you were like, this is it, this is the line, because that line isn't just everywhere, you know.
Everywhere.
How does the
Where did the
creation
corn
of
and the cob-
like the slob on my knob, like
Juicy
where'd that
wrote
come
those
from?
lyrics, so I don't know what the hell he was thinking
But you were
about.
like,
Juicy's like
yes,
out of pocket
do that.
friend, huh? Yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
I was like, I always got that.
He was the first one that drank. I didn't drink back in the day. I did other things that was worse than drinking.
Yeah.
But Juicy actually the reason why I started drinking. I drank as a little kid before him. I just tasted it and I threw
Yeah.
up. But then once I met him, he was like, he
Take
told
it.
me some cooler things. And it was Alizé. He used to love Alizé.
Yeah.
Oh, Alizé was like really popping back then too.
Yeah, it's about 1990, 91.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is pretty smooth. I drank this.
When
And then it
comes-
turned into Cisco, and then it got worse.
Oh,
Then it got and
Tanqueray, that's
So-
the worst.
I want to know what when it comes to Crunk, is that a name you guys came up with or somebody else came up with?
That was that's kind of a word that was kind of out.
It was.
Yeah.
kind of let the outside world define it, or
Yeah.
like they you're not gonna be like, hey, this is this and this is like, it's more so I guess the culture tells you, the outsiders tell you, the listeners basically, you know, to let you know what you've done to them, like as far as influence, not like you did anything to them. All right.
Yeah.
So with this new record, I'm sure a project's on the way, DJ Paul. I know Coachella's around the corner. What are you looking for this year, like 2025, for you specifically? I'm pretty sure like another investment property. You said you're a restaurateur as well.
Yeah, I own a restaurant.
That's tight.
Yeah.
We're at
Beverly Hills.
Oh,
We can
Let's
fancy.
go.
What kind of food?
Upscale Latin.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I
would
could
love
go
to
in.
go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm there.
Me gusta.
How do people pitch you? Because it seems like you're like, if it sounds like a good investment idea, I'm gonna put some money up. Like, what's the Shark Tank with DJ Paul in it?
Proving yourself first. It had to be. I have to see where you proved yourself before.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you buy into the person, not necessarily the business. You need to know that person is, like, I guess, trustworthy or about it.
Yeah. Just like
solid. Yeah.
It's like anything in life. Like, you know, like I tell people with entertainment, it's like the talent is only like 5% of it. You know, like the rest of it is the consistency and, you know, the hunger and the marketing and
Discipline.
the character, discipline, most importantly. And it's all of that.
You don't see yourself doing like custom cars since you like the whole Chevys and stuff like that?
I used to be into that a lot, but I don't like that. I'm not into that no more because I like to be low key.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I got nice cars, but I don't put rims and all that on them no more.
No?
I don't do that. Man, I got so many rims sitting
much
up in
attention.
the garage, man. Shout out to Lake Sunny, my boy Carlos, I love you, but I got a ton of rims and storage units and under in the garage.
No
You
way.
don't think about selling them? Like just to get rid of them?
Man, you know, I did that once. I rode all the way
Offer
out
up?
to. I rode all the way out to. Sean, what's the name of that area where we went to do that beef jerky deal at? What's that area?
Beef jerky.
It's like a San Bernardino area.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I rode out to San Bernardino to a rim shop, took some rims that I took off my a Bentley that I had, a Continental. And I gave them to him, and he's like, yeah, I call you when they sell. That was probably 2017. I don't know what happened to those rims.
Right.
Damn. Still waiting.
Yeah, still waiting on that check. So
Would it only have to fit a Bentley? I'm stuck at cars, but would those rims only work on a Bentley?
well, probably whatever else, it got the same
Size.
pattern.
Same size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because you took it out to the IE, and respectfully, we all move out to the IE when we can't afford to live in LA. So I don't know that if someone can afford a Bentley out there.
I'm sure they can fit on something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like on a troca?
SUVs and stuff like that because they're bigger
Nice.
rims.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
All right, so somewhere there's storage units that, like, I always think of Storage Wars, that if you don't keep up to date on your payments, that we could go bid on it and then get hella rims.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Well, you can't bid on mine because I took them out and put them in pause because they broke in my storage unit.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
How would they know? Or they just be breaking into different ones?
Because they be living in
Random.
them.
Oh.
True.
Oh,
But
I
how would they
saw
know
that.
it's yours?
They didn't know it was. I don't think they knew it was
Are they
mine.
just like
I
popping
think they
into
did.
Probably
into
just
any
random.
of them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just to see what they
right.
could get.
They probably saw like you going back and forth putting that many rims in it and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
they're
I
scouting.
don't know, but I didn't even see what they stole. I mean, all the rims, everything in there, it's probably just some small stuff they probably just grabbed. I don't know. But the crazy part about it, they put another lock on it.
Oh, they
So you couldn't
they
get
started
in?
owning.
Oh,
Your own.
wow.
That was how I found out. Like, yeah, my key not working.
Someone
No,
started living in your unit.
No, they wasn't living
No,
there. They just
they-
broke
they
it.
kept
They
it.
put
Got it.
another lock on it just to throw the people off that walk
Oh.
around. But in the storage units, they put stickers on it. Like they'll put like public storage sticker on it to know if it's
So
been
it-
tampered with.
Oh my God.
And they wanted a sticker on mine, and then the key didn't work. I knew it was like the same key since 2019. And he's like, I'll rewind the cameras and look at it. And I was like, man, don't worry about it. I'm finna put it in a pod. Get the hell away from y'all.
You seem very chill.
Yeah.
You seem super chill, Paul. What's your sign?
Capricorn.
You're
Capricorn, yeah.
My homie that literally sits there and he's not here today. He's a Capricorn and he's the most chill dude. Never gets mad. Always makes me mad, but never gets mad. He's just very like.
Well,
and-
Capricorns get mad, but it take a while.
Yeah.
Okay, because he's
They
like
hold it in for a long time.
Oh, he's gonna explode
Oh,
on us. as soon
he's
as
gonna
what you're
explode
saying.
one day.
Like, man, you remember in 1986?
Are you December or
January.
January cat.
Okay.
That's tight.
Yeah, because it seems like I would have been pissed if somebody stole like all my stuff.
I'm so
Or
mad.
my rims. Yeah, I'm driving back out to the
Just like,
Dino.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like,
Yeah, I was like, man, maybe he needed it. Hopefully you got something in there. But they just still no rims. Like I said, it had to been something small. Like everything is still packed up. I mean, maybe they stole something small, a box of Tupperware or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then when was the last time you actually like exploded and you got mad?
I don't remember actually. It's been a long
That's
time.
good.
Wow.
Was it on
Wow.
Lightning Bolt? Does Lightning Bolt know about it? No.
I love him.
That's the homie.
I wanted to have a convo about guns. That you bring it up. It's just weird to say guns in California. It's so weird. Do you sense that though, coming from Memphis and coming from an area of the world, and then like coming to LA, where almost I feel sometimes because we're all from here that we're in a bubble, but the world doesn't necessarily work like how we think it works being here.
But now it's actually cool that they don't let y'all have guns
You
out
like
here
that?
like that.
I don't know, because the way you're talking about, I want to airbrush a gun. Like I want to add little
Customize.
swirlies
You
on
can
my
have one in
gun.
your house. Just get it and just have it in your house.
True.
Water
But
gun?
over here, they even make
you
it
can't
like
show
you
it to
have
anybody.
to. You go
All
through a
these permit-
process and background checks and all of that. You just said, you walk into a Walmart in Memphis.
Yeah. Memphis, they still do background checks, but they just do a quick one.
Yeah. Like,
Quick, it's like
look at
30
They
minutes.
just look behind you.
anybody just background.
Anybody behind you in the background look shady? No. Okay, all right.
Good.
But you know, the good part about it is y'all not having the gun rights out here in Cali like what we got in Tennessee is that you don't have the road rage deaths like we have.
Man.
Like, man, out in Tennessee, Texas, you blow the horn at somebody, you probably get shot.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, we see those videos all the time and they go viral, but it's when places where it's open carry then, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Imagine
so, like,
that here.
Yeah.
Man, here,
It would
with
be
traffic.
It's better for us. It's
Yeah.
better for us. Yeah.
man, you don't want everybody in LA to have guns. I tell you that much.
Okay, so here's my question. We probably might have to cut this, but I am very interested. What's like a good starter gun? I don't know.
Smith
like
and
a-
Wesson.
A Smith and
and
Wesson.
Wesson.
Okay, that's a brand.
Yeah,
But what's like what's the
caliber.
thing that I look for?
a 9.
A 9.
Smith
See,
and
that
Wesson
sounds tight.
9. Like it's a different kinds, but you always go with Smith and Wesson. It's safe.
See,
See, this is like a whole different language
that-
for us.
Was that
I'm
your
like, I don't-
first?
Yeah.
No, my first one was a piece of crap. I don't even know what the name of it was. It wasn't even a real company. I don't know. It was just something cheap.
Yeah.
They make cheap guns?
Yeah. of
What?
course.
No, I don't know this. I thought all the guns
We're
are like
supposed to be legit
top
and like,
tier.
yeah.
No, they got cheap when that jam up on you after the first shot. They get you killed. I actually got pulled over in Tennessee one time. I got caught with a crappy gun. Back
Did
in
they
the
get
day.
it back to you?
They just made fun of you
This
for
was one
it?
time I went to jail, but he looked at and the cop said, it's a piece of and then you do nothing but get you killed. That's exactly what he said. They don't do nothing but get you killed.
Wow.
That's funny. He
How old
scolded
were
you
you?
for the quality of your gun.
Yeah, he did.
Judgy.
How old were you? Teen,
18.
maybe? Yeah.
Okay.
You're like,
Oh,
I
okay.
gotta do better than that.
So next time I pull you over, you better have a real gun.
That's when the airbrush one came out. Yeah.
He
Started
said,
from
look
there.
at these. Professor Lightning Bolt or whatever his name is.
Do you collect because my cousin collects a lot of like different types of guns, and he does it for hunting. Do you
In Tennessee?
yeah?
Oh, yeah, everybody collect. I don't collect.
No.
No, I used to back in the day, but no, not no more.
You know, coming from Memphis, DJ Paul, we were just talking about artists like Glorilla, and even before, like I guess the newer age acts, of course, you and Juicy J, but also like what Memphis is known for. You know, it's like the birthplace of rock and roll, and just so much musical, I guess, legend into that city by itself. I'm wondering for you, do you sense that? Like, I think sometimes when we're talking about out here how we're big with sports. Do you, and people know like you got to get into sports. Over in Memphis, do you know like you got to get into some type of art, some type of musicalness out here, because maybe the environment encourages that.
Yeah, everybody loves music in Memphis. It's such a musical place. You know, Tennessee, period. You know, Memphis, Nashville. Like, everywhere you go is a guitar and it's a piano.
Wow.
That's all
Beautiful.
you see.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
That's all you see.
And a gun.
Every bar got a stage and somebody's playing, trying to get discovered.
Yeah.
You know, so
And
it's
guns.
just like that. And guns.
Guitars and guns.
Guitars and guns.
Love it.
To balance.
Guitars and guns. That's what everybody got in Tennessee.
That's beautiful.
I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Glorilla like emphasizing on her accent? Because like everybody loves her accent.
I love when
No,
she
that's
says
how
it.
women talk in
That's how
Memphis
women
for
talk.
I
real.
love when she
Oh, yeah?
says Merzik. That's
No,
my
that's
favorite thing.
really how the people in Memphis talk.
But
Nah,
you
that's
don't
real.
have
You
it.
don't really have the accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I lived in California for 20 years. That's right.
Oh, you lost it.
Did you used to say Merzik?
Nah, I wasn't. I wasn't that Memphis.
Okay.
My accent wasn't that Memphis. It was.
Yeah.
It was Memphis, but it wasn't that Memphis.
Yeah.
What would it take? Is it that more like country in Memphis, or the more?
Memphis ain't really country like that.
No?
No.
No, but like, is she from like a deeper part of Memphis? Is what I'm saying, or like a? Are you more
Well, it's
city
like this.
Memphis?
We don't call it country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like country is like hillbilly.
Oh, got you.
Barns in the backyard. Like
Yeah.
there's places outside of Memphis like that, like the rest of Tennessee. But Memphis don't have barns.
It's
and
more
stuff
city.
like that.
Ah,
We
okay,
don't
city.
ride horses, and I mean we got horses. You know, some people do, but it's not like that.
Yeah.
Like that. We just got a weird accent. We don't even call it country. It's just a different language.
Yeah, basically.
It's just a different language. Because
only
country is
world.
more like like a twang,
It's
like a
different.
twang. Like
Yeah.
you hear like a country song, like a Nashville or something. We don't talk like that.
Yeah.
When you see, I guess your music even get like, I think you're on rock festivals, bro. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah, we
your
got a lot of rock
your
festivals.
music like transcends genres in a way. I'm sure that, and that probably does happen because you naturally aren't, I guess, boxed into a certain way of making music, being from Memphis and Tennessee. Like you guys have so much of like different ranges of music that you can tap into. But does it trip you out? Like they want to see us at a rock concert?
Yeah, it's because I always add like some rock guitar in a lot of my stuff. I
Got it. So it's intentional.
Yeah, now I don't collect guns like we were talking about earlier, but I do collect guitars.
Amazing.
Guitars and guns.
There you go.
I got a lot of guitars. So like I like guitars, and 3 6 Mafia always had like a rock guitar, at least two or three songs that had some rock guitar in it. Even if it was low, like Tear the Club Up, it was in there.
Yeah.
And people that know guitars hear it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
a person that don't know
right, yeah.
guitar
They're
might don't
just
hear
like,
it, but
those are
like
great beats.
a rock guitar fan, they were like, I hear a little,
hear those strings.
I hear a little back, and so yeah, we've been doing a lot of not a lot. We starting to get booked for a lot of rock festivals now, but
Yeah.
we did our first one last year in Kentucky. You know, like 100,000 people, and we opened. The headliners was Motley Crue. You know,
my
and we
gosh.
destroyed it. 3 6 Mafia had
Of
mosh
course.
pits. It's on my
Yeah.
Instagram.
That's-
We had mosh pits every song. Like it was crazy. So this guy Danny Wimmer, I think his name is, he do all the rock festivals. He booked us for some more. We finna do Sonic Temple.
Oh wow.
They got Linkin Park, Metallica, everybody.
It's like 4 days, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 4 days. We
Yeah.
finna do Sonic Temple May. And man, we got a metal fest out here in LA
Metal
coming
fest,
up,
bruh.
and
Wow.
another
There.
rock festival. A lot of them.
So you're gonna party
And we
like
be
a
the
rock
only
star, and then you're gonna
only yeah, exactly.
Did you trip out? Sorry. Did you
Okay.
trip out the first time you saw people mosh pit to your music?
No, because it's been like this since the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because what blew 3 6 Mafia up is when we started. Our first concerts in Memphis was white clubs.
That's the
They
truth.
weren't even black clubs. We
Wow.
DJ'd, me and Juicy DJ'd at black clubs. But when we changed the name to 666 Mafia, they clinched on like that.
Oh, the
Immediately.
666,
Oh,
brother.
so they thought you guys were,
Yeah.
were
I mean-
a rock band anyway.
They
Yeah.
probably thought we was white. We wore masks.
Yeah.
Oh, you were mad?
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we wore masks.
Wow.
Then we walked in there like probably.
But then you won them over. But then you won them over.
Wait,
Yeah.
what kind of mask were you wearing? Like the Jabberwocky mask?
We actually wore wrestling masks.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Oh, like a luchador?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I knew
tight.
an old white lady that made those.
Wow.
That's
She
tight.
handmade them.
That's dope.
Are you
That
guys-
adds to the mystique.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's super dope. Are you guys big wrestling fans, or it was just
Yeah,
a
we
coincidence?
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. We got a big wrestling song.
Which one?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was for WrestleMania, was it? Or they used it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was somebody gonna get their ass kicked.
Hey, that's right.
Tight.
That's what's Mark Henry.
Mark Henry. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, we performed on WWE.
That's so
I
fire.
remember, yeah, I remember that.
Mark
Yeah,
Henry,
that,
sexual
yeah.
chocolate.
We did that at San Bernardino.
Cool. You do a lot in San Bernardino.
I know.
You left
We
some
go out
rims.
there a lot.
Yeah, I left some rims in San Bernardino. That's a song. But that's tight. I wanted to go back to the rock stuff real quick. Do you have like a rock homie, or who introduced you that guitar to you? That's specific, like the guitar, the rock guitar that you end up using a lot on the beats.
Well, that comes from being the only black kid with MTV in my neighborhood back in the day. When it first came out in the 80s. Yeah, I was
And
like,
that
this
was all
was the TV. I was like this.
Stuck on
Like
it.
sitting on the floor, like right in front of it. Like
So that
this.
influenced you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all the rock bands were on and saying, "I want my MTV," and like
Yeah,
it was just
jamming
rap.
out.
I mean, it was just rock.
Yeah.
There wasn't nothing else.
So like, what bands influenced you? Like, was it like Motley Crue and stuff like that, or
No, it was Van Halen.
Tight.
do you have a replica of his guitar?
I do actually.
Yeah.
I just bought it. EVH.
Yeah, nice.
I just bought one like 3 months ago. EVH guitar with it got like these metal pieces on it that bolts to it.
Wow.
Like it's crazy.
Would you ever do like an acoustic guitar, like a?
I would.
That'd be tight.
Honestly.
But
That's dope.
it's not as hardcore, but still great. When you saw Jay-Z, I guess in the Linkin Park era when he did that mashup,
No.
I'm wondering if you
No.
think like, dang, I've been doing that within my beats, you know, like because that felt experimental.
That was great. That was
Yeah.
a great project. Yeah, that was a great project. I really like when Skrillex did it though.
Tight when Skrillex was mashing up.
Yeah.
What
He did an
about
album with like Korn or somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that album was crazy.
Korn? Is amazing. Korn's one
Yeah.
of my favorite rock bands.
I'm friends with Monkey Korn. He told me to come over his house for dinner. I need to do that.
You haven't done it?
Wow.
I haven't done it yet. They just moved. I wanted to let them get settled.
Got it.
Okay.
That's so tight.
I was listening to the Shoreline's album yesterday, and you produced the last song, Top Notch.
Yeah.
How's it working with them and like your relationship with them?
Man, you know, like, so me and my artist, T.Y., we started trying to do something with them maybe like 5 years ago when they was the full group.
Yeah.
When they had Rob and the
Yeah,
other guy with
Phoenix.
them. And
Master
Easy.
Kato.
and we did a song. We did a song called Hollywood. And then it never came out. So I stayed in touch with him. You know, we was always cool, and I would see like, oh, geez, he get into a fight online, and I would DM him, and I'd be like, dude, stop this crap. Like, I just saw you get into a fight. You got out the car and walked, boy, stop that.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, so he was like, you right on, you right. So me and him always stayed in touch. I always stayed in touch with Rob, all of them. We
Yeah.
always talked, and you know, Frankie Dang, all of the guys,
Wow.
their whole crew.
Yep.
I always talk to all of them.
That's cool.
You know, so Sean knew who was that? Who managed them now?
Nick, the A&R, we reached out to us.
Yeah, Nick.
Oh, Nick, yeah.
Yeah, Nick reached out to us, and he was like, they finishing up their new album. That's their first album in 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
And
That's
he was
big.
like, do you want to meet him in the studio? And I was like, yeah, I've been trying to do this for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we came in, and I was playing some beats. And one beat, I came up with this hook idea, and I noticed that works better for me when I'm selling somebody a beat. So like, I had this conversation the other day. I was in Nordstrom buying some in Tennessee. I was buying some clothes for Coachella, and this kid walked up to me that's from Memphis and from my old neighborhood. Obviously, he didn't live there when I lived there. He's a kid, and he was asking me a producer advice.
Yeah, like advice on how to excel.
And I told him
beats.
one thing that I learned that helped me land the Shoreline Mafia is what the mistake I was making a lot of times is when I was going to Shoreline or any of these guys and trying to play West Coast beats or beats like what they like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a huge mistake because they already got that part handled.
Yep.
When somebody call you, DJ Paul or Mustard or whoever, they want what you do.
Yeah, they want that style.
They want that style, and a lot of because the young kid that walked up to me in Nordstrom's, he was making that mistake, and he was like, you know what I do? I don't know what to do when I'm trying to land a beat. And I was like, man, just if they call you, they want what you do. So I let Shoreline hear a beat. They had like some pimping style music in it, you know, like Stay Fly had the pimping music in it. And then I had this hook in my head, and I started telling them the hook. And once I told them the hook, they went straight in the booth.
That's where they got it. Yeah.
That's where they got
so
it.
to you, adding the hook as part of the a little package, it helps it move along faster.
Yeah. If you have a hook, you have a beat with a hook on it. They go.
You have the shell of a song. Yeah. It's gonna inspire you quicker.
Yeah.
And was it intentional to use the Pimp C sample on there?
I just heard it. It just popped in my head. And it helped because that was also my record. So I get 3-4 checks off the song.
Genius. I know. Businessman.
I want to talk to you about Juicy J because it's really important. And we just spoke about Shoreline Mafia, who they did have a falling out and they came back together. And, I think you guys have clearly been through things maybe we don't know. But it's really cool to see you guys be able to look at it. Even if it were we have personal stuff, it's beyond us at this point. What we created, let's come together, let's go on tour, let's do these shows, right? Yeah. Often a lot of groups, they never end up getting to see that. I remember even seeing it with Tribe, that Five just was not messing with Tip, and it's just, it is what it is. I don't I'll fight you backstage or whatever, but I'm sure there's these things where once you create something, it's even bigger than you and the other person or the other people in the group. I guess what advice would you give to people that are either duos or in groups like that? Because it's going to come with, I guess, things you don't agree on.
Yeah. Well, one way you got to look at it is, who knows what went on with Fife and those or any of these groups.
Yeah.
But, me and Juicy never had a falling out. We never talked about, bad about each other on,
You guys just always had that brotherhood then.
Yeah, we just always had the brotherhood. But, we was doing our own separate things.
Yeah.
But I would say to other groups out there is just, long as you are back to the thing about me making the songs every week or two, is long as you got the strength in your body to do this. I told Flavor Flav this, man. Flavor Flav was hanging out a year ago. It was at this house in Bel Air. And he was like, man, I got a lot of music, but man, I don't know about bringing it out. And I was like, look, Flav, it's like this. You might bring it out, nobody might like it. They might don't give a hell about it. I might bring out a song, nobody might like it. But I put it like this. One day you're going to die. And when you die, people always tend to, to go.
Yeah, they support once you're gone.
Yeah, so I was like, man, you're going to feed, you got 9 kids or whatever.
He does.
They'll eat all these songs at that point. Long as you got the strength in your body to do something for these fans, you might as well just do it. Whether you get along with the other person or not, be like, man, look, I don't like you, but we did create something.
Yeah.
And
then we're gonna die soon, so
yeah, we're probably gonna die soon. So just go in and just do it. Do it in separate places.
Right.
And have the label send you your checks separately. You don't even have to see each other, but just do it, because we all got, artists out here that passed away that we wish they could still,
I agree,
or would have left us some music.
Yeah.
So I look at it like that. I said, man, I'm gonna leave as much music as I can. I'm gonna make it up till if I could have a studio in the hospital when I'm down, I'm gonna try to leave a couple.
The hospital tapes. Here it is.
Yeah. The hospital tapes.
Dang, is that why you're releasing a song every 2 weeks?
Not because I'm a dad.
Oh, no. No, not that. I mean, you're releasing them just to have a lot of music
out.
As long
as I'm able-bodied.
Yeah, just have a lot of music out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just have a lot of music, just out there for the fans, because I still got a lot of fans and they love it, so just try to give them something.
Paul, you talked about Mustard, right? And now that I'm about to ask you, but I'm like, oh, it kind of makes sense. So Mustard dropping the DJ, right, was really big for us. I was like, oh my God, I know you as DJ Mustard this whole time. Did you ever think of maybe, because
I can't drop DJ Paul.
Because then you just be Paul. Because that's why I'm like, as I called you Paul, I'm like, it'd be weird to just be like, hey, Paul. This new record from Paul.
Yeah.
Paul.
But was that ever maybe I'll change myself to another name or something?
Yeah, I thought about changing to KOM, King of Memphis. That's my other name.
Okay.
That's
I thought about that.
Do you care that other people try to use that?
King of Memphis?
Yeah.
Well, they probably shouldn't, because I got the trademark to it, but I mean.
Boom. Cease and desist real quick. But that was just maybe my other moniker, but not ever kind of just dropping the DJ. It would be crazy.
Yeah.
But you'd own the name Paul. It'd be crazy.
Yeah. Some people, it works really good for them, like 2 Chainz.
Oh yeah, to change from Titty Boy to 2 Chainz or to Chains. Yeah.
But I remember when he went from Titty Boy, because I knew him when he was Titty Boy back in the day. I've been on 2 Chainz, probably since '95. But
wow,
yeah, that worked for him. No.
And you just kept the DJ, because even when you guys were, I guess, producing, and I love that DJs can go turn into producers, but you would, I guess, not all DJs are producers, not all producers are DJs, but you're let me just keep this.
Yeah.
This part of it.
That's what they know.
Yeah.
But sometimes it does get in the way, because like I go, like people will be asking. Sometimes people get confused what I'm gonna do at my concerts.
And think you're here to DJ.
They're like, "Are you gonna DJ? Are you gonna rap?" And I'm like, I rap at the shows. Like, DJ Paul is a dog. When you do you not remember that part?
Yeah.
That was me.
DJs do get booked now just to go out there and DJ.
Yeah, but now I
and
really
you have it
get.
in your name.
I'm starting to transition into like I kind of just would rather go DJ some shows and instead of obviously rap my parts, but I've been working on a set now to be more DJ driven for my shows, because I'm sitting up here like
So it's gonna be a DJing of your music or DJing of other music as well.
Obviously my music, and throw in some others.
Of everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the people
Because I'm sitting up here
Or
like
stuff he produced too.
Yeah.
You can do it all, basically.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I want to be like 75 years old on a cruise ship talking about tear the club up.
We would be
But
there
who
though.
knows?
No,
Who knows?
maybe acoustic version.
I mean, the good part about it is the other 75-year-old people on there grew up on it.
That's
so
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, we're gonna be turned up. We're gonna be crunk.
Yeah.
DJ Paul, the year 2020, it has to be really important to you to be tatted on your neck, bro.
Yeah, I sold about 10 million records in 2020. I brought out a lot of records. The Drake came out, Trippie Redd, Lil Baby album alone did 4 million.
Wow.
Sheesh.
So I had a
that year was a great year. So do you
Yeah.
get it at the
Yeah.
end of the year? Do you get it the next year?
I think I probably got it like in the middle of it or something.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a bad year for a lot of people. Obviously,
Yeah.
people lost
Except
their
not for me.
lives.
Like I was cashing in.
I always said 2020 was like a hustler's year.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
Yep.
because like look how many people that grew from it. Like, what's my guy, the DJ from Boogie Down Productions, D Nice.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
D
what he
Nice.
ended up
Right.
doing,
He got huge.
for sure.
Man, that man set up and DJ for like 8 hours. Next thing I know, he was DJing for Michelle Obama
Yep.
and Apple
Yep.
commercials, and
Yep.
so a lot of people made things.
The Versus
happen in
thing happened that
2020.
year, and a lot of
Right.
times when we have people come in here, the turning point in their either career, their business, or just themselves is 2020. Everyone talks about when COVID hit, and it could be a turning point in whichever way. You
And
know
like
what I'm
Versus,
saying?
Versus was huge.
Yeah.
So that was huge for you too. Like the I guess the production you were putting out.
Yeah,
I would get if I made 10 million, or you sold 10 million
10
records?
minutes, so 10
Records.
minutes.
Getting the
Okay,
tatted on my back, like 50 Cent.
2020.
Yeah.
What I know your dad said that he wanted you to be Michael Jackson. Do you tell your kids that they have to be, entertainers, or what's the approach with them?
No, I was well, my son used to love acting. I was trying to get him into acting, but he didn't really want. He loved it and he was doing good, but I think for some reason he kind of backed away from it. My daughter's really young. I asked her the other day. She's only 14. I asked her the other day, I'm like, what do you want to do? She's like, I don't know yet. I'm like, well, you probably should figure it out.
I love you.
You guys should figure it out.
You should start thinking about it.
Yeah, and that was around the
Yeah,
time.
because I started taking organ lessons
already-
when I was 12 years old.
But you're not an organist right now.
Huh?
You're not a what is
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I got
Organ
organs in
player.
all of my music.
It helped.
Oh, you use
producing,
it. Yeah, you use it.
Yeah.
Do your kids think you're really cool?
Yeah, they do.
I think you're really
Oh,
cool too.
yeah, 'cause
you're
I-
like just a really cool person.
I know, because
bro.
all I keep thinking is purple. Dude, the whole time in high school, that's all I would say. And I would use it differently. Like, I'd be like, oh, what's your favorite color? Is it poop? So dumb.
You're so
Or I'd be
cute.
saying chicken heads, and I'm like, I don't even know what that means, but I'm going to say chicken heads to all of you.
My daughter it took her a minute to, I think, to kind of admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she would would be like really low key with it, like it didn't, like she didn't really care.
Yeah.
And then about 2 months ago, she called me on FaceTime from school, because she used to be mad if I would call her from school, because I don't know when these kids be in school or not.
I think
Yeah.
at different times.
She was like, Dad, I'm at school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why'd you ask the phone? She like, I'm on the playground. I'm like, well, it's kind of technically not at school, but okay. I know you're busy.
Okay, bye. I love you.
So that was that. But then, like a couple of months later, she called me on FaceTime from school. And I'm like, hello, Mr. Don't Call Me at School. Mrs. Don't Call Me at
Yeah.
School. What's going on? And she like, oh, I got got these boys here that want to say hey to you.
Yep.
I'm like, how do they even know who I am?
Yes.
Yeah.
So she put me on FaceTime. I took pictures while I was talking to them, and I was like, send this to them, and they went crazy.
Oh, that's so tight.
I told you my dad was DJ Paul.
Have they started playing your music yet? And you're like, hey, don't listen to that yet. Like, you're not old enough. Like,
I don't see my daughter playing my music. I mean, she probably do, but she never showed me that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But she probably be in the room like,
I was about to say, what's a chicken daddy?
What do you mean riding in a Chevy? What's going on here?
What's purple?
Purple.
Scissor from the pancakes.
DJ Paul, it's a pleasure to have you in here.
It is.
We had never met before, but man, you're great energy, and I know that you are upkeeping. Like, there's no even need to talk about what the legacy is because you're continuing it. That's really cool because often it's kind of we can only talk in the rewind. We can only talk in the past. To see that you're still dropping music, you're about to have a Coachella set both weekends. You know, you're here on the restaurant business out in Beverly Hills. You guys, we gotta make our way out. We'll pitch in. We'll pitch in. We'll just figure it out.
Maybe just appetizers.
Yeah, maybe we'll have the bosses pay for it, something. This is us trying to be like, oh, don't worry, I'll take care of it. But you're not doing that.
But you're not. He's like, yeah, you better.
Okay.
I got lunches, so I got you can get a trio for $30. That's pretty cheap.
Oh, that is very okay. It's because when you said upscale Latin food up in Beverly Hills, I'm like, it's gonna be
Well, now the dinners will tear your ass up.
Yeah, lunch. Go lunch. It's like matinee specials at the MC.
Got it. I got some deals. I got deals on lunches. Got deals on lunches.
And rims.
Steaks come at dinner time, so that's not there.
And the rims are free, right? And the rims are free.
Yeah, free rim.
Over in San Bernardino. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. And yes, check him out. Make sure I'm gonna be at the Coachella set. It's gonna be awesome to see.
You gonna come to our set?
Yes, now I'm excited to see your
we got some
outfit.
surprise guests coming out.
Ooh.
That's gonna be good.
Sean, who is it?
Who is it?
We can't tell you.
Oh my god.
It's off air.
That's surprise guests coming
but I
out.
love that you said, like, with your stage show, you're incorporating different things, but you're performing. Of course, people that have loved what you've done with 3-6 Mafia, or on your solo tip as a producer, on your solo tip as an artist, they're gonna love this show.
Yeah, they're gonna love it, man. They're gonna have a blast.
Come on, it's be hot as fuck. So
yeah, but thank God they got us performing under like a plane hangar.
oh, that's awesome.
okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's like that stage is lit.
When I
That's where everybody goes and mosh pits and stuff like that. And that's,
Oh, he's excited. You're excited, huh?
Man, I'm excited because I'm like, geez, black folks, we don't like the heat like that.
It's too much. It's way too much. No, thank you for coming through, DJ Paul, Power 106, Brown Bag Mornings. Buenos dias.